Yeah, I'm on a drug culture machine. It's not available. If you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off. You control the movie. Roll your exploded body. Roll your exploded body. You love to party. What's not to love? The world I was on made Jagger and Richard look like droopy-eyed armless children. That's how I partied. That's how I partied. I was banging 7-gram rocks. That's how I roll. Winning. I had 1 gear. Go. Epic. Winning. Are you bipolar? I'm bi. Winning. Win here. Win there. Win everywhere. Where? Absolute victory everywhere. Where? I'm on a quest. We're gonna win everywhere. Right every single wrong. Right every wrong. I'm a total freaking rock star from Mars. Winning. Come on, bro. I got talking blood. Winning. You bottle my brains and feel like, dude, can't handle it. Win here. Win there. Win everywhere.
I've got a list, got me short list. From the epic win to the desperate win list. Chicken nuggets, bubble gum, pretending to text to avoid someone.
Epic,
slow dancing, slow dancing, breaking the rules of the Geneva Convention. Adonis blood, violent love, giving needed women caresses and hugs.
Epic,
childbirth, calling birth, take your weakest first.
Duh. Winning. I was banging 7-gram rocks. That's how I roll. Winning. I had 1 gear. Go. Epic. Winning. Are you bipolar? I'm bi. Winning. Win here. Win there. Win everywhere. I'm a total freaking rock star from Mars. Winning. Come on, bro. I got talking blood. Winning. You bottle my brains and feel like, dude, can't handle it. Win here. Win there. Win everywhere. Where?
Yeah, you think you can bring me down 2021, but no, we're in 2022 now and we're still up and we're going strong. I don't care what you did to me. You took out my kidney, I came back. You punched out my back, I came back. You bring me to the rap attack, that brought me down for a couple hours, but I came back. Welcome to 222. We are Brony Show 468 and 222. We got the flying cars in our dreams. We got wonderful fields of technology in our minds. We got holographic sharks in a virtual world that we can't physically interact with, but we can definitely digitally interact with overpriced headsets that are being sold by a conglomeration that is stealing our data at $300 a pop because we're cheaping ourselves out. I am Circuit Main. Of course, I have with me my wonderful group of panelists here to bring in another year of the Brony community. We have Deathlight Productions.
Hey.
We also have DM21.
You know what else is supposed to happen in 2022?
They're supposed to
Doom guy blasting demons.
Yes, we got demons on moon! On Mars's moon, bitch! Yes, we got that. And now we're desensitized. What the hell? I'm not even
desensitized.
I'm a lot of D's at this point. I'm surprised I'm surprised I'm not an alcoholic at this point, though. I think I've come close a little bit. Textalion. We have Textalion.
New year already.
We have Toakoi.
It doesn't feel like a new year to me.
It really doesn't, but it's not supposed to. It just kind of, we start it and then it just kind of ramps up into it.
Hard to tell if all the pancakes going around.
Yeah. And we also have Toakoi.
Okay, making sure not to have the Ultimate Boy rocket fuel alcohol in his bar, keeping all the tiger blood mixes out of his backpack. And
stay out of my pop rocks! Stay out of my pop rocks. I'm banging those 30-gram pop rocks. Those are my winning.
I am leaving the pop rocks simply because I mixed them with cola.
No,
that's not winning. That is not winning. Okay, we also have Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
I'm just here.
Same, man.
Yeah, aren't we all? But we're here to...
This is on this planet, man.
All right, but yes, we're here to bring you the Brony community for this weekend, also to start off 2022. And yeah, I mean, everybody thought the Brony community was really going to get hit hard during 2021, and we managed to stay strong. Though, there are some people that definitely got exhausted. But yeah, we're still going strong. We got plenty to go with in 2022. Some good and some bad, but we'll get to that in a little bit here. Let's start off, of course, with warming up our vocal cords, saying hi to everybody, and giving a little bit of what is going on in our daily lives with a little bit of What's Up, Brony? So, does anybody have any special things that they want to throw out there for their What's Up, Brony?
I'm currently on day 3 of work, and it's been not above 40 degrees for the past 2 days. It got into the negatives like on Saturday? Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead, Toa.
So, if anything, I'm just a little bit tired from work. But otherwise, I'm alive, I'm kicking, I'm not frozen yet.
Alright. Anybody else have any What's Up, Brony going on with them?
If you guys are ever in the Nashville or Chattanooga area, like I visited, get yourself some Mayfield's ice cream or milk. Or both, actually. Oh, it is the best dairy you can get.
It sounds delicious. I'm not sure I'd get the milk, though. I don't think I'd be able to get that all the way home.
Is that a challenge?
I'm just not sure I'd be able to get it home. I might be able to pull it off.
Well, you can freeze
Freezer
the cow on
cool
your way
or
back.
something.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you can.
Or at least try it while you're in the area.
Oh, well, definitely, yeah. That definitely sounds like a plan, especially the ice cream. I don't care if it... ice cream is the one thing I could always eat, even if it's like 40 below. Just like, oh, I'm freezing. What, you want some hot chocolate? No, give me a double scoop of rum raisin there, man.
Warn you, even with my parents' Yeti cooler filled with ice, it got slightly mushy on the way home to Oklahoma.
Oh no, the ice cream. I don't have it. I don't think it has a hope. It's a milk I would probably fridge, and I would just.
But we still got it to the freezer, and it is still good.
I'm just imagining myself. Anybody see The Simpsons where Homer steals the ice cream truck for a little bit there?
I think I recall that.
It's just a really dumb one where he's trying to hurry himself back over to the power plant. And unfortunately, he's really heavily overweight, and he ends up stealing an ice cream truck to get there.
Oh, I think I know which one episode you're talking about.
King-size Homer.
Yeah, I'm just imagining me acting like that. I'm just imagining me doing that, just driving a freaking giant ice cream truck across the United States, and I'm just like eating an ice cream cone while I got all of this ice cream and milk on the freezer. Rum raisin.
Never leave a bird to do a man's job.
Oh, nice call. All right, anybody else have any other What's Up, Bernie going on with them?
Well, it snowed like almost 6 foot here. So I finally have to fix the 4-wheel drive in my truck. We're planning on fixing that Tuesday or better. On Christmas, the Tanto cover on my truck got ripped off, so that was hilarious.
That was not fun.
That sounds amazingly hilarious. I laugh for your pain.
Yeah, it's $500 for the damages.
Yeah, I laugh for your pain, man, because you're gonna need to laugh at that, or you're gonna want to go into a ball.
We got that thing ordered, and the replacement should be here tomorrow, hopefully.
Nice.
So.
Well, I guess.
It was negative 15 today, and it didn't go above 0 degrees Fahrenheit all day.
Oh.
It was cold. Makes me very happy. I oiled my boots this weekend because it made it so my feet didn't get wet.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you do anything besides oil, like any hydrophobic stuff?
What?
I wear a lot of layers, if that's what you mean.
No, I meant on your boots, like coated and like anything that would have water basically wick off.
I just use oil, just mink oil.
Fair, but they do have that.
The issue is, if you get the plastic type, it will crack, and it actually holds the water in. So then you always got this crack this plastic crack down the side of your boot that will always hold water.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But you understand what I was going with there.
So yeah, I just use oil. Oil is the best thing I can find. So
Well, I'll jump into a little bit of what's up, Brony, going on with me. I finally started on one of my big projects that I've been wanting to work on. I actually started it a few days before the New Year's because I decided my New Year's resolution was going to resolve to just to keep on working on myself even if it isn't New Year's, because why the hell should I wait until some month after a bunch of holidays where everybody feels like they're trying to recover from dying just to make a decision to change my life right then and there. Honestly, it's kind of a stupid idea to come to think of it.
yeah,
Marketing.
It's not marketing. It's a fun idea in concept. Just, it's a new year, new you. Do something, start working on something to improve yourself. But it's really hard to do that when you're in the dead of cold. You just spent a bunch of money on Christmas and you basically are now setting yourself to survive the next 2 months. And in some cases, 2 months alone with a bunch of red hearts plastered over every grocery store in the tri-state area. And I'm not even in a tri-state area.
Valentine's early.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's hell. So, but yeah,
At least
no.
I was able to get some Toblerones for my family the weekend.
Oh, Toblerone's always nice. But yeah, no, I started working on a major project, which I'm excited for. I'm also a little concerned because if I heard correctly, it should be done in a week or two, which is surprisingly fast. But I guess once everything is done, I'll let more in on that.
I kind of have the feeling, one, because I follow you on Twitter, and two, you could have just done what I did and looked at people instead of throwing it out there because overwhelming.
Leave me alone.
see, for me, for my New Year's resolution, I put it in the dank memes, the perfect comic thing that is exactly me.
Let's see.
No, that's fair. That's
Stink
fair.
memes. Oh, actually,
Yeah, resolutions, me? What are you implying? I need a change? Well, buddy, as far as I'm concerned, I'm perfect the way I am.
honestly, that's
Any resolutions here?
you know,
It looks like
Valid at
Alex
all.
got one.
in all honesty, I wasn't going to bring up New Year's resolutions too much outside of just that part because
I haven't even been
Yeah.
thinking about that.
exactly, I don't think anybody's really cared about New Year's resolutions too much anymore nowadays. They're just mostly like, okay, I resolve to live for the next year right now, and anything else I'm just gonna work on as it comes.
As far as
Speaking of
I'm concerned, I'm keeping it real.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've celebrated the New Year. I dipped into Burning Mare a little bit on the 31st, and mostly on the 1st because I was doing other stuff. Anyways, on the 1st, I think I saw Toa's avatar on one of the in one of the VR chat.
Yes.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, those yellow circles on the silhouette were quite recognizable.
And that wasn't the part that lit up.
No, but it was only through one setup I saw your avatar. The others, I did see Rock Fox and a few others. It's just I'm having a little trouble remember. Oh, Daring the Dewey. Daring.
Yeah. Well, I was there all day Friday. Also, Second was there, but he was off camera.
I was around, but I hadn't kind of in the background while I was doing stuff. So I was there, but I wasn't 100% there. But you could have got my attention if you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Well, I knew that, and that's why I let you be.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I got a little under the weather because I basically slept a day away.
Honestly, I kind of feel
I
that
wasn't
too.
feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
Basically slept the day away.
Oh boy, we're turning into the Calvin and Hobbes podcast here.
I
Okay.
think we
Yes,
should
we
move
are.
on to the news if nobody else has anything to say.
I was thinking of doing my story, but I tried I tried that on Sunday night, but I came up with nothing, so I just sat on it, and I was gonna do some today, but you know what happened. I just told you.
Yeah, it's okay, man. This is
Well,
always next week.
Circuit. All I'm gonna say is you entered the news zone. It's time for it. That means you have to do the news now.
Yes.
The news. You are right. It is time to enter the news. So let's go ahead and get into the news zone. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody a heads up here. We're gonna start off with a bit of a somber note. So yeah, brace
Before you get
yourselves.
somber,
pretty sobering.
before we get somber, for anybody who understood why I did that joke, good for you.
All
You
right.
have to be old like us.
Anyway, let's get moving on. So
Yeah, this one's gonna be sobering.
Yep. So, a Brony by the name of Cobalt Comet, unfortunately, has lost his family has lost everything to a house fire. And you can see from the picture here, everything is exactly that. The family itself is fine outside of, unfortunately, even the family pet couldn't get out in time.
Oh.
So, heirlooms, memories, grandfather's ashes, family pet, everything gone. And, you know, this is the kind of thing that really hits you hard, especially since the holidays just barely ended. And, yeah. So, the reason we're bringing it up is they are currently doing a fundraiser right now. Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, right now they've raised a good amount of money. They are still, you know, obviously they're going to need a lot of money to try to get everything back together. In fact, we here at the Brony Show did donate a little bit as well. We're mostly waiting for holidays, expenses, and everything to finally catch up because banks are slow. But we did do our best to donate, and the thing I just want to prompt everybody out there to do, if you can. If you can't donate, that's fine. Just spread the word. That's pretty much it. The more people know about this, it should reach the ears of some people who can donate. And
Whoever donated over that $1,000, you are you're a true person.
And you're a lot richer than I am, but still, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're richer than I am, and you're willing to give it to somebody in need, and that is honestly the best anybody could hope for there.
The odd thing is, my sister brought up one day, is the more people tend to have, the less giving they seem to be.
It's always hard. It's usually because sometimes it's from a mindset where they're afraid that if they do give it out, the people are either going to keep asking for more or they're not going to have it anymore. But I'm not going to get too much into psychology there. Because
to me, I would be fine with giving to sources like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the whole that whole mindset really comes out of the fact that people like to suddenly show up and say that they and come up with reasons for you to give them money.
I get what you mean.
Win the lottery, see how many people start showing up at your doorstep.
Own a truck, you kidding me?
There was even a movie made about it.
Yeah. But like I said, let's move on here. That's a whole psychology issue, and we're not going to start muddying this up here. Just spread the word, donate if you can. That's pretty much the best things you can do if anything at all. And let's go ahead and move on to somewhat better news, at least. If you're in the United Kingdom, a new convention for ponies has been announced. And we thought we wouldn't see any more conventions starting to pop up. But the Festival of Friendship has been announced for March 19th over in Hampshire. So, yeah, we'll see if we can get some more information as it comes out. Of course, it is in the United Kingdom. And that's pretty much all we got at the moment. It's still fairly in the setup stages, though. The setup stages with only 2 months to go. That's pretty crazy. But it could be they've been in the works for a while now because they already have a few voice actors and actresses signed up for it. So, yeah, I'm thinking they just figured it was time to go ahead and announce it. Speaking of which, the Equestria Daily did post up an article on on a large number of conventions that will be happening this year. So let's go through some of them. We have Vancouver, which is starting up in a few days. Of course, we do want to make a reminder that it is an online convention at this point due to Celestia's Pancake Madness. Unfortunately, she's found the very sticky variety of syrups, and it is getting all over the place very easily. So, to be safe, they are doing it completely online. So you have a chance to check out a Canadian convention through Discord and online services. Of course, going more to physical conventions, we have HarmonyCon, which is set in Dallas, Texas here about a month and a half from now. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the few I'm not going to be able to attend just because the conventions kind of came fast and hard, and I can't swing that kind of finances. Of course, yeah, we mentioned Festival of Friendship. We have BabsCon, which will be in April. That one I will be attending. And reminder to myself, I probably should make sure I have a hotel room set up.
Listen to this rich man being able to go to conventions.
Hey, don't get me that. I worked hard. Here's the fun one. No, here's the fun one. Here's the one I'm really curious about. Sequestria Fest, which is going to be in Ocean City, Maryland. I honestly don't know how or where this is going to go, and I would check it out, but no, it's one of those. It's way out of my radar, way out of my range, and I'm not even sure how you were supposed to get there outside of a very liberal Texas.
I will say this about this one circuit.
Yeah.
There's a joke going around in the BronyCon or BlepCon Discord server that it is the butt of the jokes whenever we play Quiplash.
Oh, it is kind of weird that
they say all the people who have been banned from BronyCon or other conventions go there.
Yeah, they might. In all honesty, though, I think it might have a bit of a sporting chance because it is really the only Brony convention on the East Coast now. So there's a chance it may end up doing okay, but we'll have to wait and see.
The one that was skipped was Ponies Online. That's March 5th through the 6th.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to throw that up here in a second. But we got Epona Fest. That's in Milan, Italy. No, not much to say about that. Winnie City PonyCon in June. Pony Fair in Tampa, Florida. This is just a general My Little Pony all-around convention, which is easy enough to tell by the banner. But that's still pretty cool. TruckCon, which is finally going to get its Christmas special in July. Galacon in late July over in Ludwigsburg, Germany. Everfree Northwest in Washington in August. And Czechoslovakia in Czech Republic near the end of August. Of course, Ponyville Cider Fest will probably be several months later, down in November. I don't believe they've actually set the date specifically. That's probably why it's not here at the moment. So, yeah, a lot of cons. Especially all over the world, which is really good. It means that if you are at least you're not able to get to the U.S. ones, there's a few all around that you might be able to get to.
I also had talks at Burning Man that they might start doing, single set things, but that's up in the air.
Yep. Yeah, as we mentioned, Burning Man did have their New Year's Eve and New Year's Day music parties, both in VR chat as well as in Twitch. The VR chat went rather well. It had a pretty consistent group going on. They didn't need to expand it into multiple rooms, but considering how random it was to throw it in VR chat as well as the Twitch audience, it did well. It did well.
Okay, also a little bit of backstory on Burning Man. They started as early as August in Neos. Don't know what that is. Probably another VR platform.
Uh-huh.
But then they found issues with that and moved it over.
Probably some issues. I'm not familiar with that at all, so I'd easily
Yeah,
believe
well, that's a full rundown in the chat room, but I'm not going to say that verbatim simply because, not our place and.
it. Not our problem. We're actually going to move on here. We still got other news articles.
Yep.
But in any case, Battle Gem Ponies has dropped a dev video showing of content update, bug fixes, sound additions, and more because they've been funded. They are working really hard on getting this up and going. Of course, we're not going to be showing this in our video segment because we're already swarmed to hell. But yeah, if you are curious about the development of what's going on with Battle Gem Ponies, you can get an update of that, as well as a lot of the bug fixes and things that have been popping up, some of the characters, battle themes, general selections, etc., so on and so forth. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there to take a look at and have fun with. So, highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're wondering what is going on with the Pokemon-inspired Battle Gem Ponies. Moving on. The G5 movie. We love it. We enjoyed it. Some of you are wondering, how do I do those wonderful animations? Well,
He finds them.
well, there's that. No, wait, no, what? No. Well, a video has been released to show the basically the shot progression, step by step of how they go from a simple CG prototype to adding in the depths, layers, details, and everything else in between. It's a quick 1 minute video, but you can get a good idea of how they go from glassy plastic ponies to something that's a little more fuzzy, furry, and detailed.
Yeah.
Hint, a lot of rendering.
Well, it's
A lot more than that. But...
there's a lot more involved with that, but yes, rendering is involved. That's almost like saying that flour is involved with making bread. You're not wrong.
The biggest things.
You're not wrong, but it's not the only thing.
One of the biggest things I'd have to say for CG to make it more believable, if that's what you're going for, is to give it a grounded camera.
Yeah.
And by what I mean by that is cameras where you can believe a camera could be at.
And sometimes you don't want it to exactly be believable. You just want it to be well animated and flows correctly.
Yeah, I'm just like so many like this is supposed to be a hyper real thing, and then they have the camera sitting on the ground, and then suddenly goes flying 20 feet up in the air, then it goes here, then it goes there, then everywhere else. Like, this is not an anime. You said you want this to be believable, and why you shoot the camera everywhere like it's that?
You're shooting the camera anywhere like you got it on a drone that has rocket propellers. Actually, I would love that. A drone with rocket propellers. Let's shoot this puppy.
And then it explodes into your hands.
Oh my god, look at these amazing shots. You're just all over the place. What are we doing? When Harry Met Sally 2. You son of a bitch.
Thank you, COC, for being the funness. You can't make bread without flour.
No.
Let's not touch upon that.
Let's. I'm going
Let's
to.
move on.
Please. Oh, dear. I not come here for contradiction. I came here to give the news. Alright, so an awesome concept album has popped up. Sky Shard, The Borderline. This is a 42-track masterpiece of story-driven music based around the Equestria Girls world. And you can pay, and it's a pay for what you want experience, or you can watch the entire thing on YouTube in a full 2-hour and 41-minute video. So if you're feeling frisky, you can do that, or you can go ahead and also help contribute to the artists as well by buying it off of Bandcamp, as I already have. But yeah, it's a pay what you want for it too, so you don't have to go completely nuts. But you can pay what you feel it's worth. But yeah, I love stuff like that. It's a good music is always fun, especially if they have a story behind it, like a metal opera. Those things are crazy.
Oh man, I just remembered the metal opera you showed us years ago, but I just can't recall the name.
I think it was like it was like based on Celestia and Luna and the war or something like that. But yeah, I can't remember.
Oh
either.
yeah, that one. Yeah.
So, we haven't had any more concept in regard to Generation 5. Who wants to look at concept art for Generation 4 instead?
Yes.
So, yes, Generation 4 MLP movie was planned initially. By the way, hello, Syncry. And it got canceled. And of course, that was probably because Generation 5 was probably going to be coming out. So they decided, whatever. But because of that, we have some amazing concept art from a movie that was not meant to be, and unfortunately, it already starts off with a painful reminder to Coldust. They had a train in the concept art leading to a big rainbow city.
Environments.
And also, hello to Just My Mage.
That's Rainbow Falls.
No, I think that's Twilight's Castle.
Actually, it could be Rainbow Falls. It could actually be Rainbow Falls, and this was the movie concept they had before they made it into a special instead. But the thing is, we don't exactly know. All we know is that these were concept art pieces for a canceled movie, and that's all we got.
Well, it kind of
That looks like a wicked underground city.
But yeah, we got the awesome little city here, and then yeah, we have this crazy city right here. This one looks pretty cool. Looks like Spike is there, and that's I don't know what that is, but that is not Discord. I can say that much.
Looks like a bay leaf.
Okay,
no, hold on. It's not a bay leaf.
Or Meganium. Meganium has the little antler antenna things.
Turns out it was just a boat.
I thought it might be a boat too. I thought it might be a boat, but it kind of looks like a creature too, or it's a really weird shaped boat. That's for sure. But yeah, I just get this awesome little city here. Why not a creature boat? Yeah. Here's another one. I think this it looks kind of like another concept of Camelot Castle.
They really upgraded.
Yeah, but that also looks terrifying as hell because just one bad blast from a unicorn with a little too much power, that city's coming down.
It's magically enforced. It's fine.
I'm sure it would be. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, big friend.
Like it's like, Dad.
Wait a minute. Those horns.
You don't think they're connected, do you?
I think they might be. I think Spike might have found a dragon. Not this dragon, but maybe it's son or something. I mean, you got big dragon, you got little dragon, underground city of lights. Dear God, this looks like something out of Pony Used to Be Kingdom Hearts or something.
I know, right? Just looking how shiny.
Your heart will be your guide.
Yeah. And here we have
my guiding key.
And here we have this. The scene luckily speaks for itself.
Spike is not having it. He's having a rough day.
And his friends are being wooed by the blue pony.
This is
the campfire scene.
Yes, this is somebody who self-inserted their OC. And we know it! We know what you did!
Yep.
Nah. I mean, you made yourself better than the rest of them. All of them have little anime black beady eyes, and you're the only ones that actually have goddamn...
irises.
Not irises. What's the white part of an eye?
Scopula or something like that.
Oculus?
I know it starts with an S.
I thought it started with an S too. I'm not entirely sure. But we know what you did. Okay, moving on. Yeah, we already looked at Rainbow City here. This looks kind of. This looks like a different kind of messed up.
It's tragic, is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, you got Twilight there, and you got Spike with the picture of her friends. It's just what the hell happened here? Because it's not her being so old that her friends passed away before she did. They look all the same.
Did they die?
Hold on.
I don't think they died per se. I don't know what happened there. It just looks like it was an obligatory.
That is still in her castle in Ponyville.
Yeah, I know. There's so many questions, and there's never going to be an answer.
okay, this had to be done before season 9 went into production.
No, it could have been done after season 9.
Well,
I mean,
some of this, yes.
Well,
but,
season
you know,
9 had season 9 had an epilogue, but it was like several years later. They could easily throw so much crap in between that.
I understand that, but you know what? I'm going off. Of
Yeah, the
concept.
death theory wouldn't be right, but she looks
Yeah.
quite sad in that earlier picture.
Oh no, she looks ridiculously sad, and I feel like there's got to be something behind it, but I don't know what. And right now, we're assuming that they're dead, which is really a bad assumption to begin with. It could be that they all moved on. It could be they all moved on. They could have all moved on, and she's sad, or maybe they vanished and she's sad, or maybe she's just having one of those sad days, and Spike is just bringing the picture to cheer her up. Could be after a fight. Yeah, it could easily be after a fight.
Failed friendship.
She could be mentally disturbed, thinking that her friends are gone, and Spike is going to use that to knock some sense into her.
Oh, let's go with that.
It's a sign.
Twilight
and literally.
Twilight is saying, Spike is coming in with the picture. Smackdown.
Spike used flashback episode. It was super effective.
Hold on, Twilight. We'll get those bad feelings out. Bam. Just smack. Okay, that's enough of the horrible jokes, but I really like these concept arts because it gives you just all of these awesome places that we could have explored, and where unfortunately, other than fanfics and other fan art renditions, we're never really going to know too much about what the hell is happening. But at the same time, it kind of gives your imagination a chance to work with it. Like, why is there a city underground that's filled with lights like this? And what is that other rainbow city that we saw? It's not rainbow. It's not like any other rainbow city that we've seen, because we've got like 4 or 5 different rainbow waterfalls going on here. It's not Rainbow Falls. It's not. I mean, it's not like a.
It's not from the Rainbow Road Trip movie.
Yeah. There's so many questions that we won't have answers, but it looks so awesome. I think we're okay with it at the same time, you know?
Rainbows are apparently a magical dispense throughout Equestria.
Well,
here's
the thing.
Yeah, actually, Syncre, the thing about S9, because she's still in Ponyville, it could still happen after Season 9, because she could always come back to Ponyville, and we'd never know what happens to Twilight's castle. So it's, for all we know, it's still there for some time, at least.
It still could be there in Generation 5.
And it could be that it could be that Starlight is using it at, you know what, I'm not gonna open that up that
Yeah,
book.
let's not start in fan fiction, because we all know how that goes.
Fan fiction, yes, that's exactly where I was going with it.
When
Moving
they
on.
show up the School of Friendship.
Well, no, they set up the school right next to the building. I mean, for all we know, that could have been the new library for Ponyville, which is KFC missed its opportunity, but they're finally doing something. KFC in Indonesia is apparently doing Generation 5 ponies with their kids' meals. Why they did it in Generation 4 with Scootaloo? It could have wrote itself.
Oh God! It says early 2022. Are we gonna get ponies sooner than we think?
Probably not. I think this is only in Indonesia. Our kids' meals are probably just going to be of a turkey leg and somebody grunting at us.
It's just a reference to the toys, not the show. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're doing some sort of toy there. So yeah, there's something going on with Generation 5 and KFC in Indonesia, and involves the kids' meals. That's all we got. I have no idea.
Scootaloo would like to know your location.
So, speaking of, who wants to hear about the latest thing that is completely disrupting every artist in every community and is basically a massive cash grab designed to destroy everything that we all know and love and even get involved with?
I think I know where you're going with this. I posted this.
I know
to
exactly where you're going.
Everybody knows where I'm going with this, and I'm so pissed at video game companies too, but let's go ahead and just get on with it. So, fan art is being stolen and turned into non-fungible tokens because NFT is apparently the new buzzword that they're doing with artwork in order to get people to pay for something they didn't make, have no absolute copyright to, but they quote-unquote own a digital version of it, which is the biggest bullshit to have ever existed.
You know what's bullshit? People, these are not going to be worth a damn if that company goes under. You're only left with there a certificate that he says you own this, but you really don't?
Yeah. I can show you 5 different certificates for the same star that says that I own it, and the companies don't
Yes,
exist
someone
anymore.
on Twitter said someone bought him a star, and the company went out, and he basically said that he owned it, but yet he didn't own it.
Yeah, it's complete bullshit. But let's go ahead and get on to it. This is a warning to all artists out there, especially those that don't want people to basically get money off of their hard work. So this is showing up. This is predominantly in DeviantArt, but I'm sure that they're going to be hitting up a lot of communities and other image boards if they haven't already. But over at OpenSea.io, they are selling lots of artwork non-fungible tokens or NFTs, which also include fan Brony works. Now the problem is that apparently reporting these to the website themselves is doing nothing. In fact, they're
making money off of this.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. But so apparently what you need to do is you actually will need to report these to Google Image. You actually report these to Google about them being copyrighted materials, and then at that point they will get taken down. But this is unfortunately just a warning. If you are an artist in the community, this does have instructions on how best to report it, and also where to look for this stuff and how to keep an eye out. And unfortunately, this is not something that's going to go away for at least a while. And even I've heard some artists thinking about shutting down their DeviantArt. That might stop it for a little while, but they're going to get from sources more than just DeviantArt. DeviantArt just has a way of warning you if those images are starting to show up from the other sites.
It started with DeviantArt because it's one of the biggest art creation websites there is. It's one of the earliest.
It's one of the earliest and one of the biggest, but it's not the only, and they'll be hitting the others before long if they haven't already. So
it's one of those things of people are just trying to get a quick buck because they're like, hey, this is cool and non-fungible. Hi, copy JPEG. I now have it.
I made a new acronym, nefarious fraud transactions.
Actually, that's what some people call them.
I wish these were the monkeys. At least everybody knows the monkeys are a joke. This is just robbery.
No.
Yeah.
The monkeys are the example. This is what goes.
The monkeys are a joke, too.
What's worse, the gaming companies are just jumping onto this as well, and it's really.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that. I'm already annoyed, and I'm just hoping that Square Enix
gaming will not get better through NFTs. It'll only get worse.
Well, it's just not going to work out all that well. It's just one of those things that it can't hold out.
Keep on applying pressure on these companies not to put NFTs in video games.
Or do
not give them an inch.
Marvel, don't buy any NFTs in the game.
Well,
ignore them.
We're trying to move on, Commander. At the moment, not our problem. We're not talking about video games. We're talking about the NFTs and art. If you're an art maker, keep an eye out. Look at these instructions here if you need to report it. We're going to go ahead and move on.
Technically, video games are an art.
Moving on.
I already combed through for my friends and posted it to them, so.
Speaking of artwork that makes you happy, maybe. Hitch charity calendar has become a reality. Oh. So, who wants a 12 months of Hitch?
12 months of Easy Moonbow. Thank you very much.
12 pages.
Come on, we all know what this is. Obviously, a joke on the whole Hitch calendar from the movie, but yes,
it sold itself, honestly. So yeah.
Can I hitch a ride on this hype train?
Yes, you can.
Yes, in fact, this is being sold by Baja Griffin. And you can pre-order it now. This, of course, calendar is for 2023. So it is a pre-order for a calendar for next year. Which is probably for the better because we're already in this year now. So that would make the calendar less useful.
Also, it allows them to have a deadline that's not, hey, now.
Anyway, here's a little preview of the images that will be on the calendar. God. Oh my God, he's got a Hitch staff too.
Werewolf in Maritime Bay.
Oh God. All right, so yeah, you can buy the calendar now, but I would recommend putting it in as soon as possible because the more pre-orders they get, the more that they're only going to be doing a pre-order only because once the pre-orders are over, they will ship the calendars out, and any extras are going to be going to charity auctions for obvious reasons.
Yep.
And if you want to know how serious we are about this, I've already put in my pre-order for this calendar. I'm gonna get this calendar because this is too good not to.
Yes, and also, unfortunately, it will become a collector's item for crazy people.
Well, it's always a collector's item for crazy people. Everything's a collector's item for crazy people. Thank you for not disagreeing with me. Let's go. Anyway, if you want it, go and check it out. Pre-order it now or as soon as you can. Obviously, since it's a pre-order, sooner the better. Because eventually those pre-orders will close, and you might miss out. And that'll suck. Speaking of pre-ordering, who likes pins?
I think everyone here does.
Well, here's some more pins if you want to pre-order into a new set of pins that is actually out of the country. I believe these are actually somewhere in Europe, especially since all of the donations are in euros. But yeah, there's currently a Kickstarter for the Generation 5 pins, and honestly, I brought it up because of the rarity zapping pin. Just that alone is worth it right there. Just a rarity zap pin. I mean, who doesn't want a rarity zap pin, right? Right?
We all need a rarity zap pin. Come on, let's be honest here.
Yeah. But yeah, it is all in euros, so you will. Oh, it's in Italy. The artist is in Italy and setting up for it there. So you will probably have to pay for some shipping costs if you decide to get it outside of the United States. And yeah, it is in euros, so it is a bit of a funds there. But yeah,
Pip sticking her tongue out.
Pip pip hooray.
That is far too good, and god dang the writers.
But yeah, no, if you want the pins, be sure to fund into the Kickstarter. It looks like it's got 2 weeks left. And yeah,
they're shipping 2 months from now.
They're probably going to be shipped. Yeah, it looks like they're estimated to ship in April. So yeah, you'll get it before long. So yep, and finally, now here's also kind of an interesting news. It's somber, but it's nice and it's heartwarming and kind of crazy. Melodic Pony. A lot of you may know of him and his musical works before he unfortunately passed away. Now, it looks like they did set up to release an unreleased test composition and also about a CD that they were working on. Now, along with that, there is another thing that they are starting to work on. Leave me alone on those cookies, please. So the big thing here is it looks like they are working on doing an in memoriam live performance of Melodic Pony's music with an entire live orchestra.
Oh.
And they're currently crowdfunding it, and they're 90% complete. They're literally just 400 euros away from it. So yeah, this is kind of fun and amazing in a crazy way because yeah, depending on how much you pledge, you can get physical contents, flip books. I believe the physical CDs may actually. I don't know if they'll actually be the orchestra recording or if that will come at another point. Let's see. Addition to it will contain a few small unreleased songs, includes online CDs, and enjoy it. So yeah, no, the physical CD has the.
Oh, like that anything.
Yeah. They got a flip book. They'll have physical CDs, and they're hoping that with the Kickstarter, if it funds enough, that they'll get a full-on orchestra done. So yeah, either case, this is some pretty amazing stuff, and I really recommend checking it out, especially if you were a fan of his music. And just somebody getting Brony musicians' music done with by a full symphonic orchestra is crazy. I mean, it's awesome, but it's still crazy.
I'll have to see if I can put forth some money to it.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like you have about 20 days left as of the time of this. So yeah, you still got some time to post in there. And again, it's in euros, so be prepared to reorganize your thinking there with euros and stuff.
Online competitors are your best friends.
Yeah. And with that is the news. We managed to get through it before an hour has passed. Dear God.
That is truly
Just
impressive.
barely. Just barely.
That's a whole new record.
Yep. So let us go on to our content creation with our challenge of the week. Challenge of the week was Dragon, with a protest challenge that made us giggle in laughter and make us have to hurry and end the show because it just was so bad. So, Coldust, what was the protest initiative challenge? It was a train?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. But I
It
felt
does
the
sound
need to.
easy.
He just likes to do his
protest.
own whistle.
I do, very
Yeah.
much so. The protest initiative challenge this week is toys.
Yes, Dragon and toys.
Yes, don't think about it.
Don't think-
It'll be fine.
In fact, I'm going to help you guys out because I drew a little bit of a sketch art as well as writing a story. Here's the sketch art, so you don't have to think about the obviously wrong answer.
They're not dolls, Mom. They're action figures.
Actually, funny you should say that. And I also have the story that it was posted just a little bit below that. And of course, I would like to invite some of you here to help me read this story. Because this was actually a work of pure inspiration and probably some alcohol.
Alcohol's always good.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I kind of figured.
By the way, if you can't tell, this is supposed to be Commander something. Commander, I literally had to draw this all from memory, so apologies if I got some details wrong.
Actually,
Oh,
you got
Toa,
it
that
pretty
is
good.
an awesome picture.
Actually, Toa does have an awesome picture, and we will show that off here in a bit too.
And I got the link for you.
So, who's ready to do some reading?
Circuit, where's the document?
Content creation.
It's in content creation. It's right above Toa's picture.
Okay, I see where I come in.
Yep. So this story has me. It has Coldust. Actually, Coldust is a prolific actor. It has a unnamed robot because of concerns expressed. And of course, it also has a narration and Commander something lines. I don't know if he wants to jump up and read them as well.
I don't know if I'll do justice, but I'll gladly read the coldest lines.
I'd be more than happy to have you read the Coldust lines. All right, and you know what? Since I'm probably going to go through the narration, who wants to do my lines for me?
Oh, reader, due to concerns of... No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, God.
You
Okay.
almost sounded like
we gotta
Mickey
come out of
Mouse.
it. Yeah,
I will not do the mouse. We could get in trouble.
Okay, please don't. I'm pretty sure mimicking him is enough to get us in trouble somehow.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started there. All right, so, of course, this has a bit of a thing here, and admittedly, there is a bit of a story behind this, and I'm just expressing concerns about writing some people into the story without proper consent anymore, but let's get into that. Hello, reader. Due to concerns expressed to us, one of the actors of the story has to be changed. We apologize. The sound of a loud crunch of dirt under a large foot was heard, and a loud laughter of triumph filled the air. Two ponies laid on the ground, bruised and bloodied as they panted on the ground. Okay, yeah, that was obvious. That could have been shortened a bit.
It's all right.
Yeah. So, does anybody want to read the circuit lines, or should I go ahead and do that as well?
You want me? Okay, you want me to read your line, Circuit?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Where's your first line? I can't exactly see.
So, it's at so.
It's at so.
At so.
Yeah, it's a
So
third.
this.
It's a third line. It's a third line.
Third line, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So this was your plan all. Oh, this was your plan all along.
Said Circuit as he spat out the dust and dirt from his mouth.
Of course, you feeble kind could never compare to me. You are always beneath me, and now you can be brought underfoot as you deserved.
The large robotic foot slammed down as it laughed again.
Of course. Of course, it all makes sense now. No wonder you were always humanoid.
Coldust coughed out, struggling to get back onto his feet.
So you did see. Yes, I would never bring myself down to all fours. You can all be on four legs all you want, but the truly evolved, my true evolution, will not stop. And
You want to try that again?
I said, would never stop. Never stoop to be bipedal. You really...
To not be bipedal.
Yeah.
Yeah, grammar's not your strong suit when you're under the influence.
Oh, so I was in the middle of working.
Yeah, that's fair.
Besides
So
that-
what?
Yeah.
So you win? You destroy the bar? You kill all of us off? And then what? And for what?
Circuit grunted, stumbling back to his hooves.
You would wish I would end your suffering so simply. Of course, there will be a few less of you.
The robot looked over the pile of rubble that was a wall of a bar, a purple hippogriff body lying amongst the rubble, unmoving.
No. I will have the rest of you tied up, running presses and plastic injection molds, all under my design.
And the robot turned back to the broken and battered ponies.
Plastic molding? You mean?
Coldust grimaced at the answer.
Yes, I will bring the next generation of Biotical.
Coldust, this is still your line, I believe.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, mine?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still yours, yeah.
Oh, you mad bastard.
And second, dear second, for your impotence to be so self-important, I'm going to use the plastic of all your favorite video games and pony toys to start the process.
Toa's getting way too involved in this. Is anybody else kind of concerned?
This is giving me House of Wax kind of vibes.
It
Don't worry,
gets...
it's perfectly normal.
Yeah. Circuit stood still, the sun peering down as a rays hit his mane, causing his eyes to darken.
Grief! So that was your plan all along!
Suddenly, both Circuit and Coldust stood up strong and no longer struggling as they faced the robot with grins on both their faces. The robot was so taken aback, he even shifted back on his feet.
What? How are you two?
Oh. We had an inkling of something. We had an inkling something was going on. Of course, we weren't going to accuse without proof.
Circuit responded.
You weren't very careful in
Whoa,
ordering all this.
That's a call.
It's a call. It's a
Oh.
call.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right. You weren't very careful in ordering all those spare parts. You weren't careful in ordering all those spare parts. You were clever mixing them with kitchen supplies. But even someone as dull as Circuit would notice five soup pots, not scoop pots. Even Circuit would notice something as being a little sus.
Goldust said as he straightened his hat.
But then why did you...
Circuit line.
Wanted to give you an honest chance to explain. We considered you a friend, an ally, maybe even a comrade. And for that...
Circuit looked over at the hippogriff in the rubble, and then teared up as a forlorn expression showed in his muzzle.
Well, no matter. You two are mere ponies. Beast. You're no bigger than my foot. And I don't need to keep you alive to crush your spirit.
And with that, the robot lifted his foot, bringing it down to crush the green unicorn. Just as the foot was coming down, a flash and a sound of a blown fuse was heard, and the foot shot back. A scorch mark and the smell of burnt plastic and metal filled the air.
How?
You didn't think we had a plan for that, too, did you?
Goldust put on a furious fighting face and flexed in a dramatic pose.
Come locomotion!
A glowing train came out from behind Goldust with the same conductor's hat, flexing smokestacks that looked like arms.
Okay, is that still called?
That is a circuit line there.
We both trained in running, had food. Before she left the train in the bartending arts, she left us the parting gift of the truck. Come, electric slide.
And Circuit now gave a dramatic pose, and a pony made out of lightning came out of the back of Circuit, mimicking the pose as it crackled with energy.
You two will not stop me. I have worked too hard. I have waited too long. I will make the new toy line, and I don't care if I have to crush you down and melt you into the plastic to do it.
The air filled with cries of battle as both ponies jumped up with their trots, ready to collide with the giant robot as it brought a fist down to meet them. Sorry, I misspelled fist, apparently.
Commander!
A loud clank was heard, and the door suddenly swung open suddenly. A loud clattering was heard on the table as Claudon swiftly gathered everything hiding from view.
What?
Yelled out Commander something.
Winchester stream is starting in a few minutes, and I think we're trying to throw the gnome into the Hydra, or at least the gnome wants to fight the Hydra.
Responded back CMC.
Next time, cast knock.
Yelled out Commander as he quickly checked to make sure he grabbed everything.
Yes, sir.
Did you see anything?
No, sir, I did not see you playing with your dolls again.
Good.
Bravo.
Beautiful, sir.
Bellissimo.
Why did we also add a little divinity just bullshit right there?
I don't know what that
I
was.
felt it would be more apt for Kazkim to say that kind of line than me.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also,
And then I tell you to cast knock instead.
Yes.
But yes,
Also, Circuit, you hurt my soul. I didn't do this.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It was like a weird compulsion of dumbass ideas, and then I thought, wait, it'd be funny if it ended up being like the Spaceball scene where I remember now. Actually, I was just remembering that stupid.
These hands have a mind of their own.
It's like
Please make me
space.
cry. Help me.
I just remembered that animation that was done with Crackle coming down and attacking Ponyville, and they was doing the Final Fantasy VIII music, and Lyra apparently had like powers to fight. And then right at the end of that, before something was about to happen, it suddenly switched to the Spaceball scene, and I'm just somehow that all came together with me and Goldust having freaking stand knockoffs. Tokoi being a giant, nondescript robot, that giant robot, and then just the whole thing. Yeah, it just kind of worked all together somehow.
This land, and we will call it this land.
Second, it was all good. I just went a little ham because I know that's what you wanted it to be.
Honestly, I really didn't know because I don't know. I get that sometimes you don't like being the butt of a joke with these stories, but I don't. It makes it hard not, you know.
Yeah, I understand being a butt of joke as a character. It's the impulsive stuff that sometimes hurts.
Fair enough.
Because I can do story stuff because that's disconnected.
Well,
We're
speaking
going
of,
to bring about the second generation of Bionicle.
I don't know how many generations there are. I just know that it's died a long time ago, and I would imagine. I somehow I can actually imagine you doing something to try to bring it back.
I probably would, but I have a community to deal with. I don't need to head the bar. But yes, I drew second take running me over, and then I put Commander on top of it.
And Commander, something is unfortunately still crying from our insanity.
It's all good, but yes, I know that he has toy tanks, even if the model kits, and I just went have a little bit of fun with that.
All right, and all right, with that, unfortunately, we didn't get any other entries, but this week it sounds like it was an exhausting one for everybody, so that's fine and fair. So the prompt for all of you once again, let's go ahead and pull a random decision. What should our next week's challenge be? Will you choose something horribly mixed together that will allow me to do something just like this again? Or will we get one where I actually have to think about the story without making it a bunch of toys doing stands? Remember, this is random chance, so everybody has a chance to make a suggestion. I will put it into a random poll and randomly pull from the poll. So, what should our challenge of the week be, everybody? Okay, we got New Year's resolution, multiverse.
Oh yeah, brain on trains.
Brain on trains.
Oh dear God, you poor souls don't deserve. Y'all don't need
crying.
To trains.
We got little crying.
Oh, Cole.
Any others? Any others? Now's the time to get it in.
By the way, Cole, I am free this Wednesday and Thursday, so we can do trains.
Yes, I got a little bit of experience riding the caboose because I was playing in a friend's server, and cabooses are nice.
A convoluted mess.
Ooh, that's easy.
Yeah, I even misspelled convoluted. That's how convoluted it is. All right, and I believe that should be it for everybody, or at least enough that we can go ahead and randomize. And randomize! Crying!
Crying?
Crying. Apparently the next week's challenge is crying.
Well,
I heard it.
That pairs well with the Protest Initiative challenge this week, which is improper cable management.
Oh no!
Oh god, that's a whole different level of
That
crying.
is enough to make you cry, honestly. Oh,
Improper cable management and crying. It writes itself.
Oh no!
It does.
Damn it, I can't untangle all these cables.
Why can't I hold all the cables?
Oh no! You made an error.
Oh, that's not a thing. Commander something errors a lot, but yeah, I can't put them